You know that feeling, right? You sit down to do the one important thing, the task that could actually change things for you. And suddenly, your brain just goes blank. It starts hunting for any distraction it can possibly find. Well, it turns out this isn't just you being lazy. It's a battle for your focus. And according to this book, you're being systematically programmed to lose.
I mean, really think about it. Why is it that the thing you know you should be doing feels like climbing a mountain? You might even want to do it, but getting started feels completely impossible. Well, according to the book Dopamine Detox, this isn't some personal failure of willpower. It's that our ancient brain's wiring has been totally short-circuited by the modern world.
The author, Thibaut Maurice, he puts it perfectly. He says it's like an invisible mental barrier just pops up between you and your task, and this barrier feels absolutely impossible to overcome. So, what is this barrier actually made of?
All right, let's get into it. To even begin to understand this barrier, you have to accept a pretty wild idea. Your brain's reward system has been completely hijacked, and the hijacker's name is dopamine. But trust me, it's not what you think it is.
This is the huge myth we all get wrong. We've been told forever that dopamine is the pleasure chemical. It's not. It's the molecule of more. It's all about anticipation. It's the little buzz that drives you to seek a reward, but it never ever delivers real satisfaction. It just leaves you wanting the next hit, and the next, and the next.
And this is where the hijacking is happening 24/7. Tech companies have become absolute masters at triggering this anticipation loop. A little notification pops up, boom, dopamine hit. You refresh your email, hoping for something good, dopamine hit. You see a YouTube suggestion that looks interesting, dopamine hit. Each click gives you this tiny, unfulfilling jolt that just makes you crave another.
So this constant low-level hijacking creates a huge problem, and the book has a brilliant name for it, the stimulation gap. This is the core reason why, after 5 minutes of scrolling through TikTok, the last thing on earth you want to do is open a boring spreadsheet.
And this visual just explains it perfectly. Think about your brain operating on a certain stimulation wavelength. High dopamine activities like social media crank you up to, say, a 95% wavelength. But that important, deep work, like writing a report, that exists way down here at a 15% wavelength. Your brain hates making that jump. It feels jarring, it feels boring, it almost feels physically painful to go from that high down to that low.
Let that one really sink in. Procrastination isn't a character flaw. It's a biological reaction. Your brain is just trying to maintain its high. So to do the work that actually matters, you have to find a way to bridge that stimulation gap. But how on earth do you do that?
Well, this brings us from the why to the what to do about it. The book lays out this simple but incredibly powerful prescription to reset your brain's baseline. It's called the 3-step detox plan.
Now, first things first, let's be super clear. A dopamine detox is not about getting rid of dopamine. You literally need it to live. The whole point is to reduce your level of stimulation. You're trying to let your brain's sensitivity return to normal. Because when you do that, those low stimulation, important tasks suddenly don't seem so bad. They actually become easier to start.
And the plan itself is honestly so simple. First, you just have to be brutally honest with yourself about what's hijacking your attention. Is it Twitter, Instagram, YouTube? Name your poison. Second, you make those distractions harder to get to. And third, you use the most valuable part of your day to build momentum before the world can get its hooks in you.
I absolutely love this example of adding friction from the author himself. Instead of just relying on sheer willpower to stay offline, he made it physically difficult to do. He literally had to leave his apartment, take an elevator, and unlock 4 separate doors just to get to his internet modem. That is a massive amount of friction. And the point is, our brains are lazy. If a bad habit takes a ton of effort, we're just way less likely to do it. Okay, but a detox is just a reset button, right? To make this whole thing stick, you need to build a system for focus into your actual daily life. And this isn't about living like a monk, it's just about being intentional.
This is such a game-changing idea. Think about it. Open systems, like your email inbox or a social media feed, have no end. They are a bottomless pit of potential stimulation. But closed systems, like a blank Word doc or a presentation, have a clear purpose and very few distractions. The whole secret to a productive day is to start in a closed system before an open system gets a chance to hijack your brain.
And really, it all boils down to this one simple habit. Before the world gets to you, before you even think about looking at your phone, you identify your single most important task for the day, and you just work on it, even for just 45 minutes. That's it. That's how you build real momentum before that stimulation gap can even open up.
In this, right here, this is the core message of the whole thing. That endless chase for the next dopamine hit,
the next notification, the next like, the next video. It gives you a feeling of excitement for sure, but it will never ever give you a feeling of fulfillment. Real, lasting satisfaction comes from doing the hard, focused work.
So ultimately, the book's message is incredibly simple. Your attention is the most valuable thing you own. And every single day, there are powerful forces trying to steal it from you for their own profit. This framework gives you the tools you need to finally fight back. So the only real question left is, who's in control of your focus?